conducted by the University of Michigan sampled teens from all over the country in grades 8th, 10th, and 12th. Parents might be surprised just how young teens are vaping.
You've seen the vape shops. They're in strip malls and shopping centers all over Michigan. Inside, you'll find a variety of flavors, colors, and tools to vape the liquid. And thanks to new regulations put in place in August, vaping materials are illegal for teens to buy.
And it says right on our door, must be 18 or over to enter.
But that may not be stopping teens from taking part. Many people associate vaping with nicotine alternatives, but there are other options.
They carry nicotine inside, but they're also available in what's called 0 milligrams, which means there is absolutely no nicotine in them, and it's just a flavor.
And according to the new study done by researchers at the University of Michigan, that's what is enticing teens, and it's not what researchers were expecting.
The big assumption at the time was that almost all kids were vaping nicotine. To our surprise, we found that 60% said they were not vaping nicotine, but they were vaping just flavoring.
You saw the variety the vape shops offer. Some of them sound like ice cream flavors.
Cherry or banana or chocolate cream, and some of these are very appealing to younger adults.
Even teens as young as 13 are getting involved.
Vaping prevalence, or the number of kids who vape, the percentage who vape, is actually very high. Among 8th graders, vaping is one of the most popular, most common forms of substance use.
As far as what it's doing to teens, there's still not a lot of conclusive research into what the chemical in vaping, propylene glycol, does to someone long term.
There is some initial evidence that may irritate your lungs, but there's still a lot more work that needs to be done.
But that's not the biggest health risk researchers are concerned about with teens. Teens who vape may pick up another deadly habit.
Even among the kids who were vaping who had no intentions to smoke in the future, they were much more likely to start smoking a year later, almost 6 to 7 times more likely. We found that the 12th graders who vaped, who had never smoked in their lives, were about 6 times more likely to start smoking among those who vaped as compared to those who did not vape.
Right now, there's no real connection as to why there is a link, since most teens say they're vaping for flavor, not nicotine. But there is something that is drawing more teens to pick up the deadly habit, and that is something parents need to have on their radar, along with the possibility that vaping may have its own health risks eventually.
So given that smoking is so lethal and it still took decades in order for us to come to that conclusion that those are dangerous, I think it's going to take a long time to show that vaping, propylene glycol, or other substances leads to a health detriment of some type.
Well, the good news, vaping is on the decline for the first year since it came on the scene in 2011. Smoking is also at record lows for teens. For 7 Action News, I'm Brianne Palmerini.